I want to talk about something today because I usually don't talk about this, but it's not going to be long. Probably like 20 minutes, 10 minutes. But like something I've realized is with a lot of these celebrities, all these people, is that mental health is very important. I know a lot of people are saying, grind, 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 keep it going, keep the pendulum swinging, um, and just keep going. But I kind of want to talk a little bit about the Kai situation because that's why I be telling people, bruh, it's about what you do. It's not about what you um have. And I think with a lot of people, they rely on money to solve their issues, but money is not gonna solve it. And I noticed this with a lot of the rich, the famous, the people that you see getting big nowadays is that they rely on money to attract people instead of attracting people with their personality, their conversations. And I've noticed this. This is why dudes like Kai, I feel bad for dudes like Kai, like streamers, is because they rely on their money. Similar to how rappers used to rely on money to get people. It'll never last for you, man. Like as a person. Um, and I say this, what's going on, my thing? People rely on stuff like that, relying on people to um get big and think that they're gonna gain people to come over. Mental health is very important for a lot of people, and I noticed in this day and age, people are scared to talk about it. I noticed people are clowning Kai for talking about his mental health, and I'm like, I say this to myself: people have just because a man has money, don't mean he don't go through his own ish. He don't go through his own struggles. He go through personal struggles. I hate when people make it seem like, oh, you have mental health issues, that mean you're weak. Ninja, even if you got money, you still got issues. People make it sound like once you get money, that means you'll never be sad. You'll never, bro. I built something for myself, and I still have the moments of sadness. So I don't know where people get this narrative that oh, you know, you the world. Something I've learned every day is that social media made it to a point where people are just mean and rude and disrespectful, bro. Like I was watching videos today. It's like people just be disrespectful. Like it's sad we live in a world full of disrespectful people. Like you just walk into places, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I don't say hi to everybody. I don't really go around saying hi to everybody unless I know them. But like you don't see me just like, oh, I just want to cause drama in the place. We live in a world. It's just like it's crazy. Do the gritty. I don't want to do no gritty. You know what I'm saying? Do the gritty. Stop spamming that, please. Stop spamming that, please. Anyways, we cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. Yeah, people aren't nice nowadays. Yeah, let me get this dude out of here. Um, but yeah, like it shocks my mind. Like the dudes, they'll think, oh, because he's a millionaire, he's not gonna go through issues. Bro, if you want to make that much money, I want to see what you would do. Fans talk a lot of trash. I guarantee you that when they're in that situation, they're gonna be the first one. That's why sometimes I talk my opinion about what not to do, but I will never say, "Oh, they're a horrible person," or this and that. Like people will say, "He's fake," or "This person." We don't even know the whole situation. We just based off of what one person says. Is he said, she said. What's up? I'm from Hawaii. What's up, Mel D. Joe Rock? What's up, lovely Adeline? Appreciate you coming in. But like we make assumptions on based off of what we think, not what we know. It's like some type of like I don't want to say jealousy, but it's like some type of assumption, but we don't even know. We don't even know. Like, same thing, you can call me Joe, I appreciate it. But yeah, like people will create some narrative that, oh, this person's evil. But it's like you don't even know if the person's evil or not. Like, we don't even know. Like, that's why I kind of base it off of situations. Like bro, people will think I'm strong, but I be going through stuff. Oh, you have this, you have money, you have this, you have a good, you're blessed. to do whatever you want, but I still got my issues because I don't got many friends. People don't know that. I don't got that many friends. I don't got a million friends. Like all the rest of the world, like they got like millions of people they could talk to. I don't. Don't mean that I'm weak. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to help people, but we want to assume stuff about people. Because we're rich, we don't have issues. Because we're a millionaire, we don't go through stuff. And the moment we start doing stuff, people will put a microscope on us. This is not even just being famous in the real world now. If you do something wrong to what their liking is, they'll hate you for it. It's like you can't make no mistakes. They expect you to be perfect in this world. Exactly. Expect you to be perfect. They expect you to be Jesus and never make a mistake. And it's like, let's be real. You gonna make a mistake. What's up? It's like overusage of perception. Agree, bro. I agree. Perception, we perceive people to be a certain way. We don't even know. Bruh. I sometimes see people's eyes, I'll be like, they sad. And I know they sad. Sometimes I want to help, but it's just like, I don't want to overstep. I don't want to overstep. But yeah, man, like it's just crazy in my mind. We live in a world where we perceive stuff, we create narratives instead of getting to know people. And look, I miss 2016 because we actually got to know people. Now we don't even do that. We just, nah, I'm in my own world. I don't want to talk to no one. Man, I don't feel like talking to people. Like, bro, you know the reason why we have a lonely epidemic is because we judge other men. Instead of, oh, let's lift this man up. It's like, oh, he got more money than us. I'm sad. Instead of, let me go help him. He might be going through something. No, it's all about me. It's all about me, me, me. It's like we push people away because we're afraid. And that's something I've noticed as dudes. We push people away way more than girls do. Girls, at least they tell their feelings to other girls. With dudes, we don't even tell our feelings to our friends. We just keep it to ourselves. We just keep it locked and loaded. And that's the problem. And yes, I ain't gonna lie, as a man, nobody really cares about us like that. Like, you can't show emotions to a girl because she'll feel some type of way. She'll feel some type of way, but it's kind of messed up. It's messed up that we're like that. But do you blame it if we don't get to express ourselves? And like, if you express yourselves in this generation, you're being a woman. And I'm like, not really. I don't think so. As long as you're not, complaining but not finding solutions, that's different. But I feel like you shouldn't even do that. Like, it shouldn't be like that. What's up? Um, where that boy is that boy Phil gonna go live today? Guess not. Guess I'm gonna just go live for myself then. But he probably not live. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm probably going to sleep today, bro. I gotta wait till midnight to stream. That's just me. I ain't waited that long. I don't know. People got stuff to do. School's about to come back. I'm about to go back to school very soon too. Like I have a life ahead of me. I got so much I could do with my life. It's just like it crazes my mind. Like we can't even tell our idea, bro. We can't even tell people our ideas, or you'll get hated for it for having a vision. Like I say this all the time. Everything that you do, you get hate for it. As a guy, like even as a girl too. But I feel like as a guy, it's different because we can't even express ourselves, bro. The moment we start expressing ourselves, we get judged on the internet. A girl, they'll be like, She's so strong." With dudes, it's like he's being weak. He's just trolling us. It's like that's so messed up. It's like, and it's just like I feel like that's the problem with the world. It's like these standards of people can't express how they feel. You have to be weak and just sit there and say nothing. If you're a millionaire, you can't say how you feel because you're a millionaire. You're privileged. You have a great life. But some people, they might be going through their own struggles. They need somebody to be there with them. And if you don't give them stuff, what they want, they don't like it. Same thing with YouTube channels, streamers. People only watch streamers that they like that are pure entertainment and not even a good person. They're not even good educational. And you got to understand that. You feel me? It's crazy. I'm saying it's crazy to think about. Everything is just like a selfish need. I miss the old days, bro. That's why I said when I was a kid, you could express how you felt. Girls, if you said how you felt, you'd be respected. And there's no hate. Now it's like, bro, if you show how you feel, you show, oh, I'm running for the hills. You showed emotion. I can't deal with that. It's like what the junk type of world we living in. We living in a world where you can't even explain your emotions to people. You can't even explain how you're feeling. You can't even explain to people what you're going through. Because if you don't, you'll get misjudged or treated like the worst person on the planet. And it's sad that we live in a world like this. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. I hope in 2026 people need healing. That's one thing I will say for this year. People need to get healed and loved because that is an issue if you hate somebody, you know what I'm saying, for no reason. Like I don't see the need to hate somebody just because I don't like them. I don't see the need to be on that type of timing and not like certain person because he said this about his feelings. I don't need to be on that timing of he's a bad person because he made a mistake. It's like people need to stop that. Like there's no perfection. Nobody's perfect unless you're Christ, because Christ's the only man that's perfect. Um, and it's just like it's wild. What's up, Flo? But it's just like I thought about this, Flow. Like I feel so bad for Kai because I was talking, I was thinking about this today. Like Kai, poor Kai, is getting hate for expressing his emotions, and meanwhile, dudes like outside of that thing, and it's like W God, yeah. I think as guys, we should be able to express ourselves. We don't express ourselves to men. We keep it internalized, and this is why we saw what happened to Buddy just that passed away. I was talking about this on my live stream from the It series, Eddie. He killed himself because we don't get to express our feelings. That's the problem. We're expected to be strong and stoic, but let's be honest, bro. You can only be stoic for so long. You can't make somebody into what they're not being. And that's the messed up part. This is why. This happened during Christmas. I talked about this on my live stream. This actually ties into what I'm talking about because it's about mental health. Is that poor guy died, but he probably had nobody. Right. We don't know his girlfriend broke up with him. We won't even know. We'll never know. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. One of the guys from well, not Harry Styles, one of the guys from One Direction killed himself a couple years ago because he felt his girl did him wrong. And probably people didn't listen. They probably didn't want to help him. They said, "Oh, be strong, be strong, be strong." And that's the problem with people is that when people need help, we don't go help them. It's like, hey, what can we do to help you? No, we just care about ourselves. We're just selfish. And this is why stuff like this happens. Somebody dies. Somebody gets this, bro. It's just like, it's crazy, man. Exactly. It's like with us men, we laugh at each other for showing emotions. Girls, as much as we hate on girls, they express how they feel. They have well connections. That's the problem between men and women. Women express their feelings openly to their friends. Us men, we don't do that enough. And that's why we have the most I feel like we have the highest suicide rate. That's part of the reason. It's that we kind of have to be strong. And it's the problem. What's up? What's up, Kason? But it's just like it's the problem with the world is dudes clown on people for expressing their emotions instead of, oh, let me just he's weak for telling me how he feels. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like welcome to the channel. But like This is the problem. This is why suicides are happening. This is why a lot of you hear a lot about suicides. We saw him die. We saw the guy from Euphoria die because they don't get to express themselves. They take anxiety depressants. They take depressive medicine because nobody listens. Instead of, oh, he's doing good, he's strong, he can handle it. Why don't we go like, you know what? Let me help him. Let me see if I can help him. No, and that's the problem. It's just look at me, look at me, look at what I could get. Or as men, we get finesse. We get used to get girls. Yeah, girls get finesse. They'll sleep with a boyfriend. Okay. But like with us dudes, we'll get used to get girls. We'll get used to get clout off us. I think with us as dudes, that's something I've noticed a lot. Like we'll get used for popularity. We'll get used for a lot of stuff. And even girls will use dudes. Yeah, this is for my men because I'm talking about men today. It's men's health. I'm not talking about women. Women have mental health issues, but I feel like it's lesser because I think with men, I've been seeing more about men dying more than women. I've been hearing about women. Like at least the last 3 years has been about guys. But I have none. You're good. You don't gotta send me money. I don't want money from y'all. Y'all hold on to your money. Your money is precious for y'all. But like, it sucks. The men's rate the men's rate of passing away from mental health issues have been higher. You know what I'm saying? Like way more than a girl. I'm sorry to. It's nothing against girls. I just don't. I very rarely hear about girls. I've been hearing it more about dudes. And part of the reason is because we don't get to tell people how they feel. We don't get it. We got to be strong and strong. This part of the reason I don't think I want to be in a relationship is because you kind of have to be strong, and then at the same time, you can't even tell your feelings. If you tell your feelings, you don't get respected. Any relationship, you don't get respected if you act too needy or act a certain way. You got to act strong and stoic, and that's the problem. It's like that's kind of messed up that that's the way it is. Now, there's some relationships where you can express your feelings and she won't give a junk. But for the most part, you can't do that or you won't be respected. Like, it's kind of messed up to think about as a person. And I don't know about y'all if y'all feel about that. Same thing with relationships. If you're to tell a woman, oh, I'm feeling sick or not sick, but that's different because yeah, if you're sick, okay. But like, let's say, like, I have nobody to talk to, nobody wants to talk to me. If you were to say that to a girl and you just met her, she's walking away from you. She don't want to bother with you. She's leaving. With a dude, with girls, if you were to tell a girl like that, everybody will be comforting her. Everybody will come around her. No, with dudes, that's not the case. Exactly. That's what I be saying. Well, look, girls have it hard in the terms of like they're looked at, and I see their perspective too. Their dudes are looking at them since they're kids, so I can see that perspective. But I'm talking about in terms of mental health, not that much, bro. Except their looks. I mean, they don't really deal with that much psychologically compared to a dude. I like that's just me. Now, in terms of like other stuff, okay, maybe they got a point, but like being strong, they don't have to be strong unless they're raised by themselves. That's different. But for the most part, we got to be strong for the relationship, or they're not gonna respect it. And that's just a fact. I gotta go to sleep now. Yeah, bye. Now, bye. All right, bet, bro. K-Song, have a good one, bro. But yeah, like that's the people will say that's not true. You could just I express my emotions with my girl. I'm like, but let's be honest. You had a rare girl. Most girls won't respect that junk. They won't respect if you show emotions. Bro, the moment I start showing emotions or I show a little bit of neediness, that's why I gotta when I text, I can't show neediness. Cause they'll leave. They'll leave your life. You show that you're afraid to be alone. That's a problem. If you don't have friends, they'll laugh at you and make you feel like a loser. And it's like sometimes some people are just evil. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that they're a bad person. Sometimes some people run into unfortunate situations. Can you better your situation? Yes. That don't mean that people don't have mental health issues. And that's the issue, is that we just assume it's all in our head instead of let me go talk to him. You just need, like, life would be better if we could go communicate. But no, it's all about popularity. This is why dudes be sad. Popularity and status. What about the person? What about the person's personality? Not what they got in their bank account, not what people got in their wallet, not what they got, look at their heart. You very rarely see people look for a relationship with a heart. And if that's the type of girl, she's not the prettiest. She's usually like the most okay looking. It's never the prettiest girls that look for that. Same thing with even like, it's very rare, very, very, very rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very rare thing to find that. And I be saying, like, I be sad. People be like, "You are you okay?" Yeah, I'm good. Cause if I say I'm going through stuff, man up, bro. You're a man, bro. I was gonna. It's like that's why people don't express themselves. Instead of, yeah, man, I understand what you're going through. As a man, it's tough, bro. That's how we need to talk to our fellow man. Instead of, oh yeah, man up, bro. Toughen up. And that's the problem. Ninjas aren't gonna toughen up if you can't express how you feel. Toughen up isn't gonna do nothing for nobody. Telling you this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's how you play them is what matters. Nah, I'm just saying, Flo. But I'm just saying, Flo. You get what I'm saying though. We don't. They tell us man up. Older people will tell you man up instead of, as a man, this is what you're gonna go through. Understand that, and then boom. And men would actually appreciate. See, look, us men appreciate being told what we need to do as a man and as a person, if you tell us the truth instead of man up, toughen up, grind it out. I don't never tell a man that, because look, what does that do for somebody? That does nothing. What you can do is say, hey, I don't know the answer to this. As a man, you're gonna have to figure it out. I give it, you know why? The reason why I give Phil and y'all advice, because nobody, all I heard was toughen up, toughen up. What does that do for you? Does that teach anything? No. No, that doesn't teach anything. Toughen up, man up. You're gonna get you're just there. You gotta tough it out. That's the problem, because we don't. This is why things happen, because we don't actually try to help. We just say tough it out and just live it, and then just go. You're done. And that's why I say, like, I understand what you're saying though, but I'm just saying that's the problem why we have mental health problems with people, because we don't try to help them. We just tell them to deal with it, instead of, yeah, life is gonna be bad. You know, when I have a kid, that's what I'm gonna tell my child. I'm gonna be like, life as a man is gonna be very, very hard. I'm never gonna tell my if I ever have a child, if I ever have, I want to tell my child that. I don't want to be on that little red pill. Oh, you got to man up, grow up, do everything yourself. No, that's the problem. That's why people will never learn. You should teach. This is why dudes never grow. And this is why we have a soft generation, is because we expect, we're told all these things, but it's not even true. Instead of, let's hear the truth. Hey man, as a man, life's gonna be hard. Girls ain't gonna care about. I would tell my child that, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd keep it real, but like a lot of people, it's sad. Fathers don't do this enough. Like, they don't say this enough. Like, oh, your life's gonna be bad as a man. Life's gonna be is gonna test you every single day, but you can't give up. That's how a father should be teaching his child. But I'm not saying you shouldn't discipline and never discipline your kids, but it's just like, you gotta tell them what the world is about. I was watching a video, a dude says you shouldn't treat a woman ever like this, or you shouldn't do this. You teach those principles, then you can help that we will have a better generation of grown people. But that's why we don't, is because we just, oh, man up, toughen up, just do your role, and then boom. Instead of, oh, you do this is how you're gonna be here. And you teach them the steps. Teach them the steps, bro. If I was told as a man, right? which I think I was blessed because I was never taught like to be weak. But if I was ever like, I feel bad for the people that got single parents. Shoot, like they could have had taught them like there's hey, this is how the world's gonna be. I'm gonna put it here instead of like dad should say, this is how you're gonna be a better wife to your husband. Mom should be like, hey, this is how you be a good wife to your husband. I wasn't the best husband wife. I want you to be the better wife. You see how life would change that way? No, it's not like that. It's not like that, bro. Man, same thing. You shouldn't be a player. Teaching people to be a player isn't gonna teach you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sugarcoat. I don't want to sugarcoat. With my child, I'm gonna be reasonable too. Like, I would never like. And the thing is, I get the whole you discipline, but that's not teaching you how to be a man, though. Being a man, you should tell them, oh, the life as a man is hard, bro. Your journey, whatever journey you got, it's not gonna be easy. That's how a parent should teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying some people they weren't taught that way, and I get it. But it's just like I feel like that at that point, you teach them this, we'll have more men being better. But this is not even just about men and women or dating and none of that. It's just about mental health. Is that we ignore when people are going through stuff. Sometimes I used to back in school. Whenever I saw someone, I'm like, "Are you okay?" Because I used to think that like I felt bad when I see them sad. I was never the person that was like, "Oh, they're a bum, they're a loser." I never want to talk to them. Like, but if they're good, if they're sad, I want to. Sometimes I would talk to them and then they feel better. And that's the problem. A lot of people is just they don't want to do that. They want to, oh, I'm popular, I'm cool, so I don't want to talk to you. And then just leave him alone, and then boom, he kills himself and he's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what YouTube does, but that's just me keeping it real. That's what happens. Have you heard from Phil, bro? He said he was going to stream today. I'm like, where he at? Where that boy at? That boy probably watching WWE. I think WWE is today. That must be why. I was like, where my boy at? Yeah, I know, cause he was live on YouTube earlier, Flo. So I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, Flo, where you at? Bro? I was like, where's Flo at? Cause Flo, you never miss a stream. I was like, something must have happened. He probably fell asleep. I was assuming sleep, bro. I knocked out. Yeah, I feel that. I was feeling like he gotta be knocked out. Cause I was like, I asked Phil, like, have you heard from Flo? I was like, yeah, he's asleep. I had a feeling you're asleep too. I don't blame you. Bro, you be working them night shifts, so I don't blame you. But yeah, man, it's crazy. My alarm clock trophy. I feel that, bro. The time, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember during COVID, I used to do the same thing. Like my thing, like I had an alarm clock and I set it at the wrong time, and then I woke up at like later. Like one time, sometimes I even like when I sleep now, like I go to sleep early, but for some reason I sleep the full 12 hours. And people will say it's because you're on the internet. Turn off the internet and you'll wake up early. It's like I've done that. And sometimes I just naturally sleep till like let's say I go to sleep at 9. I might wake up at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. I'll sleep till 10 a.m. Like it's crazy. Like I try to wake up at 7 and I'll be tired as a mug. I try to people tell you turn your phone off and it turns your circadian rhythm. I've done stuff like that, bro, and I still feel tired. I try to turn off my electronics. It feels good, but then after a couple hours, I still feel tired. I'm telling you this. I've tried so much different like tactics, and I still feel tired no matter what I do. But yeah, like I've done that. I even like one time I've tried to. I'm trying to do it. Maybe starting this Monday, I might go back to it. Is I might turn off my electronics for like the morning till like 5 o'clock. Just be in the work, maybe do some crossword puzzles, do some reading in the Bible. Like I read the Bible today on the phone, but sometimes I flip between physical sometimes and then I do the regular. But I might just go back to just doing the physical. Um, I do mobile and regular sometimes, but I switch between the two, kind of to just switch up my routine. Like I'm almost done. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm behind. Like I wanna say this flow. Like I'm not behind on my project, but I'm kind of rebuilding it to a certain point. Like I want to kind of have it more organized, have all the stuff, simplify it, and then I'm gonna probably have it done. It was supposed to be done by the 31st, my thing, but obviously I was struggling to get my thing on the GitHub thing. So I was like, let me just restructure it so I can. And maybe this time I'll be able to just do it. Won't have issues, restructure it, put it on there, and then I go from there and I should be able to use it. But that's what I want to do. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, I'm taking my time. Like I got my points back for my thing, so I might just finish it, get it deployed, and then just go from there. And then I think I restructured some of the names, so that too. That's why I'm like changed the website. I made some changes. During Christmas break, I think Christmas Day I made some changes. So I was kind of making some adjustments. I'm probably gonna be I think this will be the final version probably of the first, not the first, obviously y'all know with tech stuff, you go from point one to like 1.0. So this would be point one's final version because the last one, it felt off. I didn't like it. I didn't like the layout. I'm gonna try to make it better so it can move smoother. And then I'll probably do some other stuff. But school's gonna start too. But that's gonna be great because I can learn about the stuff I need for it. So like school will teach me that. I'll do that in March. So March will probably be the next phase of the other thing. I'm probably gonna by the end of January, I want to at least finish to the point two part. Then by end of this year, I want to get to 1.0 because I feel like that's realistic. I don't see myself going to like 1.1 the end of this year. I would have to have a crazy, my thing would have to be perfect. So I just said 1.0 just to be realistic. I'd say I'm already ahead of schedule or ahead of other stuff that I need. So I need to move a little bit swifter with the other stuff. So I'm by myself, y'all. I'm building this by myself, Flo. I don't have no dang team. I'm literally relying on AI. Also, I'm gonna be doing coding. I'm also gonna be doing like you learning language, coding language. I don't have no dang team. Imagine if I had a team doing this. All I had to do is just know the coding, just focus on the features. I'd be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tiring because I don't got no team. Once I get a team, I can start chilling. I can start. All I had to do is because I'm technically I'll be the CEO. I just be chilling. All I have to do is just do business calls. Probably I'm not saying it's easy, but I probably have to do the business calls. I have to make the procedures, all that stuff. I'd be able to focus on just one thing, but I'm doing a lot of different things at the same time. It's kind of like tiring, but I'm not burning myself out because what I did is I'm making a feature, prioritizing a feature each day. Today I was kind of blessed because they gave me my points back, so I could start doing like each feature. Tomorrow, I could do another feature, and then Saturday, well, not even Saturday. Monday, I might honestly, if I'm blessed and I'm highly favored, I might, which I am highly favored. I might I might be able to just focus on the app version. Probably by Monday. I might That's my goal. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna save the rest of the points for the other side and use it on that side. I'm gonna do some increments today. Um and then after I do my increments, I'm probably gonna save the rest of my stuff for tomorrow and I could just focus on Monday on that. And then once I do that, I could start just putting it on GitHub. And then after I do GitHub, I'll be there. Oh, Phil's going live. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of moving a little bit better. But I think point three version of it probably I'll probably be in like 2025, 2026, probably June. Probably June, probably. I don't see myself like having everything done. But hey, you never know. I might pull the inevitable, especially now that I'm doing classes. I might pull the inevitable and get, I expect to get two done. Cause I think with my speed, I'll probably get two done. Three is unrealistic, but you never know. I've already outdid myself. Like the idea, going from idea, I will tell you this, going from idea to a project right away is probably super elite. And people say, there's AI and there's nah, but to build something, to create something that's I don't even you can't really model after what I built because there's no model for it yet. So it's very easy for me in that point. But it's also tough because I kind of learn, part of the systematic stuff learning I learned was from Twitch. I watched a lot of Twitch. I watched how they had the panels. I watched YouTube. Um I learned a little bit from Plavlovsky's philosophy. I learned a little bit from it. I learned from the CEO from Twitch. I learned from a little bit from the YouTube execs. I watched a lot of Adam Silver. I liked David Stern. I watched all them dudes. I kind of learned from all five or six. You know what I'm saying? Different CEOs. Tech CEOs. I was reading about Steve Jobs, how he ran his stuff. I want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Even as a CEO, I want to learn from these techs. I don't want to be like them tech CEOs. I know with tech CEOs, um, they become jerks. I don't want to become that. And so I'm learning from what they did, their mistakes, because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that jerk. Because I know a lot of these companies, that's what happens. They build something, they become jerks, and they start hating people. They start not liking people, and then they become like ruthless to their workers. I don't want that. I don't ever want to do that to anybody. Like that's one thing I kind of hope I escape, not being rude to workers, which I'm trying not to do that. Keep that momentum. Yup, look in NVIDIA. Yeah, I learned from a lot of tech companies. My inspirations came from, companies, but like I feel like social media was the one that kind of is how I learned how to build my system. I'm not saying, oh, I'm using it because I'm trying to copy. No, I'm not trying. I just happen to build this system because what I learned from Rumble, how Chris P runs his platform, um, the decentralization and that stuff. I've kind of learned how he did it. Steam, I learned a little bit from Steam. I learned a little bit from Microsoft. I learned from everyone, every single one, like everywhere I went, and it just happened to subconsciously build. But I would say for a CEO, I'm proud. Like I'm proud because I'm taking it one step at a time. I've already have what I want on my platform planned. Like I have 100 stuff planned already. I'm just saving it. At least like the key ones, I'm saving it till later, and then the big ones, the even bigger ones, I'm saving that for like a couple years. And there's part of the reason is because as CEO, you prioritize. I learned from Chris, Chris was that's what one thing he fumbled on is that he delivered too much in such a short amount of time. And I was like, no, I'm gonna deliver certain time frame, certain time management. You know what I'm saying? So I want to learn how to build my own RAM and GP. Why don't you do computer, man? I would recommend doing computer flow. Oh, I'm gonna head out, but I'm gonna head out, y'all. Stay blessed. Keep your mental health in check, y'all. Peace.